welcome back to Cricket for Americans. RCB fan Nick here.
Gabe, the Crow Eater.
And we are here talking about this crazy match, okay? Let's just jump right into it. We are definitely here for another installment of R3 Wickets. And as an RCB fan, I went into this match and I was not too optimistic. They had not looked too good coming in. I had said, it needs a Herculean effort to be able to have a chance. SRH is looking way too good coming into this match. And this match, in a lot of ways, was something that even we did not expect, even though we kind of predicted that SRH was going to win. It did not go down the way that we had thought. We see Kohli. I thought he did a great job as captain. We see Kohli with his position, the bowlers that he chose, with the position of the batsman that he chose, with him taking that big change of him going up. It didn't work out, but I like that he was trying to change something. We've lost 4 in a row. He was trying to stir something up. He was trying to change something. I absolutely loved that. But it was too little, too late, just a little bit too little. And those are my opening thoughts. Gabe, what are your opening thoughts about this match? There's so much to talk about.
Again, I walked in to this match and I said, man, Sunrisers are done. At the very, very beginning of the broadcast, Sunrisers are done. They lost Saha, who had been great for them, right? Over 4 games. They didn't replace him with a batsman. I got into a huge, debate with a whole bunch of our subs, and it's all love, going back and forth. Kane Williamson. And I wasn't, again, I got nothing personal against Kane Williamson. I was just saying the fact that he's an international player, he's the only person you could sacrifice in order to get Johnny Bairstow in there, because Johnny Bairstow can give you those huge numbers, 70, 80, 97 we saw this season. But I still go into this thinking it's not fair, bro. Let's think about the last 3 matches we've seen, okay? We saw Sunrisers lose David Warner, and guess what? They barely pull this thing out, 132. RCB loses Virat Kohli and Padikkal early. Man, they barely 131. Even yesterday, right? DC loses their guys early. It doesn't matter. Mumbai Indians yesterday lost Rohit Sharma to a duck and lost Pollard to 6. It's not fair. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's these teams are not evenly matched, man. Are you worried whatsoever with the Mumbai Indians whenever they lose 1 or 2 guys? They could lose 3 guys in their opening partnership. We still got tons of guys. Oh, what? Sky went down? No problem. We got Pandya. Pandya went down. We got Pollard. Oh, what? Pollard went down too? No problem. We'll go ahead and give you a little Ishan Kishan. It's frustrating when other teams, you lose 1 guy. It's a problem. You lose 2? Forget about it. Pack it in. So my thoughts are, and I mean, it's almost for the synopsis for the whole season. I think the only team that's built to win this thing and are so balanced is Mumbai Indians. You know what I mean? Because we saw today, both these teams, look, this is a playoff. This was a qualifier, bro. Don't act like RCB got blown out. It was the 19th over, all right? I'm sorry, the 20th over. There was 2 balls left. That could have easily gone the other way. So let's just be real. Mumbai's probably going to win this thing, and I'm sick to my stomach. But with that being said, I want to start with Nick. I'm giving Nick the platform. Nick, what did you hate?
It's got the props. Those are not wax popcorn pieces. That's real popcorn. I'm not even going to look at the stats. I'm just going to shoot from the hip. I'm not, surprise, I'm not going to destroy RCB here because I feel like I know. Sorry. I feel like I got most of that out. All right. I'm not going to destroy him. I still have some frustration. Okay. Don't put that popcorn too far away. But I'm not going to destroy him for 2 reasons. One, I got all that frustration out during the stream. I was ticked. I was annoyed. 2, I'm not upset right now. I've accepted it. And if I was to go off, it would just be for show. And that's just not what R3 Weeks is about. We want to be as real as possible. When Gabe's losing his mind, he's ticked, he's festered. Okay. I'm not going to try to do any of that. So I'm a pretty calm Nick right now. What I hated was the fact that they could not go according to the plan. The plan was changed. One thing I really disliked is I can't remember his name right now. Sorry about that. But Shamad, what was his name? The guy who got you 2 wickets in the previous match you got destroyed on. This guy can't even see the light of day. I don't think Saini goes into this match with a whole lot of confidence. I understand you want spinner. I think his name's Shabazz. That guy, he got 2 wickets. I think in the only match he had all season. What was that?
Shabazz Ahmed.
Yeah, thank you. Shabazz Ahmed. Why did he not deserve a chance to be one of those qualifying bowlers? You went bowler heavy. You pre Moeen Ali, the all-rounder in there. I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to say that's why they lost because, like you said, they were just technically 3 balls away, 2 balls after they chased. I think you would have taken one of his wickets that he could have brought you. And Saini, everyone, all the bowlers did really, really well on both sides. It wasn't that kind of a wicket today. It was a very slow wicket. But that was one thing I was really surprised with all the changes. What did Shabazz do to not get in there? I wasn't a big fan of that, but I did like the changes that Kohli made. But the plan, the execution, Padikkal not just going down for 1. Imagine if he would have gone down 10 for 8. He saw 8 or 9 balls, and then he went down. Imagine if he would have got 8 or 9 more runs. I'm not saying that they would have guaranteed 1, but now you're looking at SRH chasing 16 on the last 4 as opposed to 8 on the last 4. So I hated the execution. Kohli, I still stand by what I said. I don't know what he was doing. You cannot be King Kohli. You cannot have the experience you have. You cannot be the person who's seen so much cricket and go down like that. I think if you were to ask him honestly, I'm pretty sure if Nags, his homeboy, was to ask him honestly in secret, hey, are you mad that you got down that way? He's going to definitely say, yes, I'm very upset that I got down that way. The execution was poor. And unfortunately, you had a situation where both teams were not firing. And I hated the fact that RCB could not pull it out. Once again, they could not get over the hump. And, I mean, with the way SRH batted afterwards, you would have loved to see better execution. I did not like how Moeen Ali got a run out on a free hit. That was disastrous for so many reasons. Why? Because you're given a chance to at least get 1 run. Everyone else gets a 6 for crying out loud. That's like going to a birthday party. Okay, Gabe, check this out. You go to a birthday party. They have a piñata, okay? And there's a story that goes around, hey, did you guys know Moeen Ali has never gotten candy from a piñata? He was always too small, and he was always the back of the pack. He's never got it. So the parents of that birthday kid, what do? They bring out Moeen Ali's own piñata. Only Moeen Ali can get the candy from this piñata. Nobody else. And they say, Moeen Ali, you get all the candy from this piñata. But unfortunately, it rained last night, and there's a teeny tiny puddle 10 miles away. Don't hit it over there, and you're good to go. He hits that piñata, and he hits the piñata and all the candy in that teeny tiny puddle, and he gets nothing. That's what it is, in my opinion. You get a free hit. I don't even know you can get out on a free hit. You get a free hit. Not only does he not get 1 run, he gets a run out.
Classic.
Honestly, I'm not one. Gabe will tell you all the time. I get mad at him all the time for blaming one play for an entire match. I'm not one to do that. But if we had to choose a play, don't you think that was the most obvious choice for the play that could not have happened?
That was horrible. That was horrible. I agree with you.
So that's what I absolutely hated. They said RCB was chokers, and they choked big time on the batting side, but they didn't choke on the bowling side. And I think if you're going to take any kind of moral victory from this experience for RCB, and I don't know their past experiences, I really don't. But if you can take any moral victory from this experience, you can say that they worked their butts off on the bowling part and the fielding part when they tried to defend that pitiful, minuscule score. Gabe, what did you dislike?
Just to kind of piggyback on what you said, do I kill Kohli on getting dismissed, even though it was a soft dismissal? No, because people explained, you know what, that's usually an easy run when it's leg side. So they just figure, it just happened that he didn't execute on it. But for the most part, you look bad when it happens. Do I kill Padikkal? Remember, Padikkal hit a line drive that I forgot who had to jump up in the air and grab it. That wasn't a soft dismissal.
It's a great catch.
But getting dismissed on a run out, you're absolutely right, Nick. There is no excuse for that, especially on a free hit. It's either a 6, a boundary, or you let it go. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? But it becomes one of those things where I think at that point there was so much pressure on everybody already that they're chasing runs. But if there was one play I would have to highlight, that was the worst play of the day for RCB. Now, what did I not like about SRH? Okay, guys, again, here's the situation. Do I feel confident? David Warner, here's his last 3 games. I'm going to give you his last 3 games. All right. And hear me out when you guys, today, he ended up getting out at 17, I believe, right? Yep, 17. Last game, that's when he blew up. Everybody knew he was going to blow up, like Nick said. Everybody had him on their fantasy. And David Warner got, where was it? Why can't I find it?
Something, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
71, 72, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was against Mumbai. Oh, because there was only 2 people that batted. 85, him and Saha, 85. Then the game before that, let me pull that up for a second. 85, they won by 1 run. Funny enough, against RCB again, Nick. Okay, and you know what? He scored that one.
It's because they chased him the 15th.
8 runs. 8 runs. When this team only managed 121. When he doesn't score big, this team doesn't score big.
But again, they chased early in that game.
They did chase early, but Saha had 39 runs there. When I kept saying, Saha's out, you need a big bat. You need a big bat. I still stand by my original argument that, okay, Kane Williamson, and I'm going to eat crow about that. That's part about, and I'm actually going to put that as what I like, that and not what I dislike, because good, he showed up. But really, guys, they came down to the 20th over. You had 2 balls left. Really? That just shows you how weak this lineup is. And if Saha's not there for the next game, you're in a situation where you play Bairstow because you need that potential. This is, you're going to need more than 121. I'm sorry, 132 to beat DC, especially with that bowling. All right. So if you don't have Saha because he's injured, are you comfortable with this same lineup today that barely mustered 132? Not if Warner goes out early. The rest of those, who's the guy that they brought in? Goswami. I get it. He's a 3rd wicket keeper, and that was my point. By keeping Bairstow out, you got to put him in there because he's the only other wicket keeper. So it's an aggregate. Do I go with Bairstow and whoever else I can get out of the bench to go there, or do I go with Kane Williamson and what Goswami's going to give me? Because that 0 on 3 is brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Okay. That's what I hated. I hated the fact that they're exposed, bro. If I am DC, I'm throwing Norkia, I'm throwing Rabada, I'm throwing everything I can into those first few overs to go ahead and get David Warner. Because once he falls, if this is the same lineup, all I got to worry about is Kane Williamson. Because none of these guys have proven that they can carry and get a 50, to get 70, to get 80. The only other guy is Saha, and I don't know how injured Saha is, but if he doesn't play the next game, it's over. Okay? I feel bad for the Sunrisers, by the way, Nick. These guys have been injury bug. The first game of the season, they lost your boy, what's his name? Who did, he was a bowler. Remember, he was an all-rounder. Who did they lose?
For RCB?
No, not RCB. Sunrisers. They lost somebody early this season. I can't remember. Who did Jason Holder replace, guys? I cannot remember. It's killing me. Oh, wow. I can't remember. I mean, I could look at the first game of the season and let you know who it was that they lost, but he got injured, and it was like, oh, boy.
Was it Kumar?
Was it Kumar? First game of the season, it was, Kumar. It was Kumar. That's who it was. First game of the season, they lose Kumar, right? And I mean, these guys have been injury bit. It's so frustrating, but I guess everybody's going through it. You know what I mean? What can you do? What can you do? It is what it is. They lost Saha. I don't think that they can recover from that. So for me, that's what I hated. Nick, what did you like?
Now, I said I was going to look at the stats, and I need to look at the stats. I really did, because there were some things I missed about what I disliked. Let me get to that just real quick about RCB. You bring in Moeen Ali, right, as one of the spots. I didn't realize the man only bowled 1 over and only gave up 4 runs. 1 over and 4 runs. Why not bring him out there again? I have no idea. Especially when you're in desperate situation, you need to protect 9 or whatever it was in that last over. And you're going to say, not a spinner for the last over. I get it, but maybe not earlier. Dubé, 1 over, 7 runs. Washington Sundar did not show up whatsoever. Usually get up 20 runs and 4 overs, only 2 overs. Zampa, 4 overs, 12 runs, and a wicket. He was amazing. Saini, I called him a spinner. He's a pace bowler. I understand why you want pace in the 20th. I know that's the thing. But you know what else is the thing is RCB always loses these playoff games. So maybe we need to change the thing from you bring in Moeen Ali to get a run out on a free hit and to bowl 1 over and give up 4 runs. Was that really useful? I don't know. So I got to correct some of the things I said about Kohli. At least he did this. I don't know what he was doing there. You had more than enough bowlers, but you only 3 of them got 4 combined overs. All right. Now that that's out of the system, what did I like? I already mentioned it once. Zampa, this guy was unbelievable. He has not seen too much action. We were kind of making fun. Oh no, he's on RCB. Is he? Oh, that's horrible. This guy showed up. This guy absolutely showed up and showed him who he was today. He did not get in on the batting side, but this guy got himself only the 12 runs, 4 overs. He had a super low economy rate. Obviously, he got that wicket, and he got a huge wicket too for crying out loud. All right, he got a huge wicket. He got Pandey when Pandey was, staying in there. What else did I like? I love Chahal. He gave you 24 on the wicket, what he always does in 4. This guy always shows up. I love Siraj with his attitude, and he had too many wides, but the 2 wickets, low economy rate. I absolutely loved all of that. And I love the fact that when you have your opening partnership go down super early, Finch and AB are able to anchor. I mean, I had called it, match is over. And I was technically right. That was obviously a huge declaration, which I was technically right about because I know this team. I know they don't have the depth. But at that point, it could have been much uglier. It could have been all out on like 50. It could have been down for like 80 or 90 or whatever. Finch and AB, they came in and they were the anchor. They held down the fort. Unfortunately, once again, they have no depth after them whatsoever. No depth after them. They got nothing else on the rest of the squad. So when you lose your 2 best batsmen and you move Kohli up to number 1 with that new ball and all that situation does not equal a good situation. But I'm talking about what I like. I did like that. I like to see their fight. I like to see that they held SRH to that small total until the very, very end. And there was a moment there when there was 8 runs left to go on 4 balls where I honestly thought to myself, they could win this match. And then Holder does what, and I'm stealing your thunder, but Holder does what Holder does. He's come in clutch so many times, back-to-back boundaries. They broke the back of RCB. They ruined their hearts for this season. Gabe, that's what I liked.
I'm going to piggyback off what you just said. What did I like? Where Gabe was right. Okay, and I can't remember which one of us was calling it first. It was you or me, but we both said, man, Jason Holder's on this team. What'd you guys get him for? For his looks, you know what I mean? Use him. The guy can bowl. The guy's the number 2 all-rounder in the world. And once again, he proved with his arm and with his bat that he is valuable. All right. Holder, he ended up getting, let me double check today. 3 wickets. So he came in 6 games, 12 wickets, 3 more wickets today. 15 wickets in 7 games. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. I'll take that. Are you kidding me? And what happened? Everybody went down early. No problem. I got you. I'm not going to let you leave you here on your own. And he went ahead, no out, 24 balls, 24 runs on 20 balls, 120 strike rate. Me and Williamson, we got this. All right. What else did I like? Where Gabe was wrong. Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't have any crow, but what if I eat what if I eat the cricket ball right now? Oh, let me eat the crow. Let me eat that crow. Kane Williamson. At one point, I did text Nick and said, he's got a 55 strike rate. I was losing. Like, I hope they lose this so I could go off. But you know what? They won 50 runs, got his half century, 44 balls, 113 strike rate. They did enough to win. Now, you don't get enough of this out of him. But sometimes it's where they play players too. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't think he had this in him. We went over his stats earlier. You're right. At the end, usually no out. But they still lose a lot of those games where he was no out. It's not like this is Mumbai Indians. You know what I'm saying? He runs out of balls before he could put up those big totals, if that's what makes sense, Nick. So maybe you put him ahead of some of the other guys that are shakier. Maybe, you put him ahead of Pandy, who, I don't know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? My man was playing tests out there. I mean,
Well,
well,
they
he did
moved into 4, and that was I think that's the spot where he shines right there.
yeah,
I'm
21
gonna say real quick, he's the reason SRH won this match, hands down.
Kane Williamson, absolutely. He's the reason SRH won this match. I was wrong. I was wrong. I know you guys love hearing it, so I was wrong. So that's what I liked. I liked that I was wrong because you know what? SRH knocked RCB out the playoffs. I'll take it. I'll take it on the chin. I've been down before. I can get up. Nick, what did you learn?
Oh man, it's tough with these matches. I know you said there's like a little mini auction coming up later on, but there's no auction for this next year. So it's tough because I don't want to say the words you're stuck with these guys, but you are. These are your guys. These are your squad. You've got to figure out how to best utilize them. I feel like as a fan, I have learned that they have got to find some way to get someone that can bat. Obviously, I've been saying that forever. But what I learned is there are some guys in RCB squad that if they can stay on there consistently and get those consistent overs and those consistent innings, then they could help this team tremendously. And I want to see some more Shabazz next year. But I'm talking about I love SRH because earlier we were making fun of this guy who's giving up millions of runs, and then he's got that swag. He's got that ability. He opened today, and he opened beautifully today. I absolutely love seeing what I can see him getting closer to that next level. Zampa, can we keep Zampa around? Right? Can we keep him around? Shahal's always great. But what I learned is that this team needs to make a decision with a player like Moeen Ali. He's the dog in this match. He really is. 1 ball, free hit, run out, garbage. But he gave you 1 over and 4 runs. The guy's got serious value, and we've been told many, many times, don't worry. From his history, this guy can rake. You need to make a decision with Moeen Ali. Is he your guy or is he not your guy? Because bringing him in every 3 or 4 matches for 1 match and then go sit back down, that's not working for you with this guy. This guy is an international class cricketer. This guy knows what he's doing. You need to make a decision. Is he on the team? Is he not on the team? And I would say that for a lot of these teams. Obviously, you can't prevent injury. Obviously, you can't prevent a situation where Bairstow's a beast, but he's struggling, so we've got to do something now. And I believe that was the right decision. You were right originally when you wanted to bench him because look at where this team has gone since they benched him, right? So you need to make a decision with a guy like Moeen Ali. Is he on our team? Is he not on our team? Because I think you got to give this guy some repetition. And people might say, really, that's what you learned from this whole experience? You didn't learn that Kohli shouldn't open. You didn't learn that they shouldn't make so many changes. You didn't learn that whatever. I definitely also learned that you can get a run out on a free hit. But that's what I learned. You got to figure out someone like Ali because he has the potential of helping you with the bat and helping you with the bowling. But I think he's got to be a guy who needs those reps. It might be weak sauce. I don't know. RCB lost. I was wrong with my initial pick that they were going to win the championship. Luckily, I still have my Mumbai horse that's looking good. I was wrong about RCB. You guys were right. They were chokers all again. But now that I've tasted the pain, I'm going to continue rocking with them. I'm an RCB fan for life. And, that's what I learned. Gabe?
I'll make it super quick. What did I learn? Kane Williamson is a dog. Un perro. And that's a good thing. When you a dog, that means I can lean on you. All right? Because he could have easily folded. But he's a dog. So I was wrong. I'll take the consistency over Bairstow. I still think they need to figure out what they're going to do with Bairstow. Because you can't play all these guys. And they're crazy if they sit down. If they next year don't start Jason Holder as one of their main guys, they're again, 15 wickets in 7 matches. You can't fake your way through that, cousin. You know what I'm saying? And today he helped you with the stick. 24 on 20. Hold that, cousin. So, again, he's got to be in there. But I was wrong. Kane Williamson is one of the Fat Four, excuse me. He said, who's this American? What's he talk? I'm a soldier. Oh, my God. I'm going to stay off of Twitter because Kane Williamson is probably personally attacking me. Like, that was for you, American. You know what I mean?
And I'm glad you didn't do that because from what I hear, King Williamson is like the greatest human being alive. Like he is just so humble. He is so kind. From what I hear, if you were to attack him, he would just be like, okay, I'll try to do better next time. Sorry, I only got 50 for you today. He seems like a really, really great guy. Guys, thank you so much for checking us out. Don't forget to give us your thoughts, your comments, your well wishes, all the corrections, the things that we messed up on. We appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
That's 6 runs. Another 6